You guys want to?
Yes, guys, it's Suki, Marnie, and Gary for the Bikini Inside episode 9, I want to say. Lose account on its early stages, but hey, it is Arnold's week. Actually, today is the Arnold's Amateur, and really, there is only one person we could rope in to do the bikini overview, and that is, of course, three-time Arnold Bikini champion, the reigning 2024 Olympia Bikini champion. She's now the face of the bikini division. Lauralie, great to see you again. It's been a while. Well, say a while. It's back in January.
Yes, I know. No, I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Uh, Before we start, I'll just let you guys know as well. When I did the whole event, and obviously Lauralie was one of the guests. When we finished, I had my next guest ready, except the next guest didn't turn up. I was waiting. I'm there talking to all the viewers, waiting for the next guest. I'm like, yeah, he'll turn up. He'll turn up. I'm like messaging him. I didn't know that you were still watching. And then about 10 minutes in, you messaged me saying, Suki, I can see you're really struggling by yourself. Do you want me to come back on and do another half an hour? I was
Oh,
like, please, please. I'm like, I'm on my own here. I'm telling people that, oh yeah, to come in. So obviously, big thank you for that.
no, of course, of course. I can only imagine how it is like the logistics to bring everyone together. And I was watching you, and Kim was watching you as well. Like after Kim and I we spoke, and he was like, "Yeah, me too." I told him like I could have come on and stuff to just help you out. So no, we got you. We got you.
Okay, well, look, before we do the breakdown of the Arnolds, I guess we really should start because it is a special moment for one competitor at the Arnolds in the bikini lineup, and that is, of course, the final ever show for Angelica, who was kind enough to be our first guest on episode 1. So before I let you girls really take over this, Lauralie, I really want to speak to you about Angelica because a two-time Olympia champion. She's got four Arnold Classic titles, two in America, and of course, two in Australia, I believe. Number of 12 pro wins in total. You know, one of the OGs.
Yeah.
What kind of part has she played in your career to where you are now?
So apart from, obviously being such an amazing competitor and having incredible stats, Angelica is just the best human at its core. Like Angelica for me has been not only an inspiration, as far as in the sport, with the body that she holds, but um just the way that she handles herself around everybody all the time. It's just I mean, it's unmatched in my opinion. We've traveled together. My first Olympia, she was right there beside me, and we were always in a very highly respected environment to get like with each other. But guys, the Angelica is just someone that you need to have in your corner as far as like a friend. She's just so much knowledge, so much wisdom, and she's so much fun too. I mean, I have so much to say about her, but yeah, I'm so glad I'm here to cheer on, when I actually called her when I had to, make decision that I wasn't doing the Arnold and um but I was like I'm gonna be here cheering for you, and so she's like you better be. I'm like yes, I will. So it's gonna be a huge moment. I'm obviously walking to the Arnold like being super biased because I would love for her to just finish like on top. But I know she is, from all the memories and all the impact that she had in the sport. To me, um, you know, back in 2018, I said that if I ever was the like Miss Olympia, I'm gonna have some big shoes to fill because she made her shoes very big and very important to walk around with, with just the uh the amount that she put into the sport. So yeah. I could go on and on. It could be like a whole podcast about Angelica, but
Well, look, no,
no, she's
that's
she's truly incredible.
yeah, that's true. I did not know that when she started, she actually in one show she actually did figure and bikini in the same show
Hmm.
as well. I was like searching for figure pictures, which there's just not I couldn't find. But yeah, it's crazy. But anyway, it's no doubt going to be a fantastic moment for Angelica, for fans, friends, family. What a time to hang on your bikini on the Arnold stage. However,
Yeah.
there are of course other competitors. So I think we may as well start with one of the first competitors, as she was also one of our guests early on in the last few weeks, and that is Jasmine, who was
Yeah.
third at Olympia. I mean, when you look at the roster. When you dropped out, Lauralie, I mean, on my side, I was like, oh my God, this is just open, wide open now. But of course, you've been a three-time champion. And then I'm looking down the roster, seeing these girls placing. We've got third Olympia, fourth, fifth, seventh. Yeah, is a mixture of competitors. So I'm going to bring up Jazz's pictures. And I mean, Kerry, do you want to start on, you know, where you think Jazz might excel in the show? And at the end, I will ask Laurie, you don't have to do this, but Marnie, Kerry, you do have to. I do want your top five predictions.
I knew you were going to say
I
it, but
think I've sent you
I
mine.
basically
You
planned
have
it.
said my, yes, you have said yours.
No, I've not sent mine because I keep on putting people in different positions, and I'm like, I can't even, I just can't.
I sent you mine, Suki, and then I unsent the message. I was like, no, 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 that's all wrong. And then you just
Actually,
change your mind like
so open
within,
that I just keep going backwards and forwards. So
yeah,
that's my input, everyone.
too hard, too hard.
Let's
I can't
bring
actually
up.
remember what my predictions are because I changed it that many times. So, yeah.
Isn't it a cool spot to be though when you're like there's so many like people that all look so great and we're call it there's all reasonings why one person would be in front of the other, but yet it's just so hard because they all look so incredible. Um,
Yeah.
Miss
Well,
Jazzy,
let's
Miss
talk. Let's
Jazzy.
let's talk Jazz.
She softened up her
Yes, let's
hamstrings,
talk
which is the
jazz.
main thing, which that was her feedback, right? Softening up her hamstrings, which I think she posted a post. Is this the post?
There's a
She did like a
comparison that she
comparison.
put up. Yeah,
You could
which
see,
you can really
uh,
see the difference. Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
this one here.
big difference. Yeah, look at that.
that's crazy.
So
Yeah.
where do we feel that I mean, look, she's third at Olympia, so therefore she's the highest ranked competitor. But we know in the sport how close it can be from third, fourth, fifth, and so on. So, I mean, Laura Lee, in your eyes, is she or is she one of the competitors to beat in this stellar, tough bikini lineup?
I mean, I would say obviously yes. To me, the Olympia with having Jazzy in third place was such a highlight moment, apart from, being such an incredible show for me, like having her being third place, which she has such a great body, like from front to bottom, like every proportion are right where it should be. But again, bikinis, it's a matter of the day of, even a couple hours before, I've seen competitor just fall apart sometime. And we're really going to see. But I know Jazzy, one thing with her is she's having such a blast. She's having so much fun doing what she does. And just for that alone, there's zero cortisol in that girl. Like she's just gonna walk through. I hope she's gonna have the best music and she's just gonna be able to do her thing because she's just a backstage and on stage you can see she's just like having that also when she poses. So I'm really, really excited to see that. I mean, you can see how much glute fullness she has, like, right in her bikini. Like, I don't know. I'm super excited to see how it turns out on stage.
So, what's her strengths that she brings to the stage, which really other competitors may struggle to compete with? What's her strengths that she brings to the party?
Apart from obviously her stage presence, I would say just proportion. And, we're looking at the backside, which is obviously absolutely incredible. Just the 3D portion of her glutes are just insane. But from the front alone, like having that kind of proportion, it's just hard to beat. Like genetically, her torso and her legs are it makes her flow looks just incredible. And she has those muscle, but not too much
Yeah.
where it breaks her flow. I don't know. She looks great.
Bubbly. She's bubbly when she's like at the right fullness.
Ugh.
Um, And I just think her taper from like, yeah, from her lats, everything is just there, isn't it? That's the thing. There's not really much you can pick apart.
Yes, and I think that's what bikini bikini is being good from everywhere, but not great from anywhere, where you can be like, okay, oh, she has like the most incredible glutes, like, but yes, but she's also incredible from the front too. And
Yeah,
it just matches her physique so well.
yeah,
Yeah,
I really agree with that.
she looks great.
So, yeah, she's definitely someone that I've had first. So yeah,
Is
Really?
that you
Okay,
give
that's okay.
yeah.
is that you giving away your top five? Is it have you got
I don't know. I've just got this like feeling. I just have this feeling. I keep going backwards and forwards on it between like um Amy as well, but I don't know. Something's just pushing me to Jazzy.
when
I know
I've
that,
asked other UK IFBB Pro bikini competitors for their predictions,
yeah.
it really seems to be between Amy and Jazz. Is that fair, Lauralie? Is it really between these two, or are we actually missing somebody else? Because, like I said, I've got about 10 or 15 different predictions from bikini competitors, and it's always the same top two,
Bring up Vania
Jazz
Mine
and
wasn't.
Amy.
because Vania
I
looks
think
Mine
people,
wasn't.
yeah, I think people, what? What happened, Marnie? You
I
said?
was just going to say that my prediction wasn't the same top two as what you've just said, but I'll
Oh
wait till
my, there you go then.
I'll
Oh yeah,
reveal
of
it.
course, yes.
You remember now? Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Go ahead, Lauralie.
You're the exception.
I think, listen, I think we could be surprised. I have, a top three in my head, and I think people are coming from obviously logic, right? Amy finished the Arnold last year, 1 point away from first place. So like people are like, okay, second place from the Arnold. And then Jazz from being third at the Olympia, bringing pretty much the same physique and improved, if not. I'm sure Amy will be improved as well. There's a thing where when you're doing a show like the Olympia and you're going into the Arnold, you just do your feedback so wholeheartedly, and you actually have time to work on them, and the importance of the show are pretty much the same. So you are going to be as invested, if not more, into the Arnold. So apart from that, I don't know if people are missing or they forgetting or Miss Vania August. I mean, she's
One.
my teammate, so obviously like very close to my heart, but Vanya is just, again, when we're talking about being good from everywhere, like that is one that comes to my mind. She's like a little Phil Heath of bikini, in my opinion, like
Yes.
bubbly, pretty muscle. And I mean, look at that posing. It's just, I don't know, so incredible. Her stage presence is so good. Vanya's feedback, I believe, was just to bring her glutes, a little bit more. And I think our camp did the work. So I don't know. I'm excited to see her as well.
That's the thing as well. Like I said, like bring Vania up because again, she's been someone that I've had right up there first. Like I just keep
She's
switching.
yeah,
I just keep
she's my
switching.
number one spot prediction.
I'm actually so excited to watch this because it's just phenomenal, the whole lineup.
What does Vanya have that maybe Amy and Jazz don't really have? What can she do that maybe exploits those two to give her the best chance to push into that center spot?
So look at how pretty like her actual muscles are, like the skin. Like I'm not meaning the skin, but I'm sure Carrie like understand what I'm saying. Like it's that kind of baby skin, so like smooth, but it
Yeah,
makes her look like a little statue. Like I don't know, it's just the flow is just so nice. And it just bring a different kind of um I don't know how to even explain it, like not texture, but like
I
it
completely
just
see. I
brings
mean,
that.
the light bounces off her, the tan sits so well on her skin. It's like her, yeah, it's crazy. It's really pretty to look at.
Yeah, and I mean she's so beautiful. So they all are. So I think, and they're all pretty much the same height. So I think it's gonna be a really cool uh top three we're gonna have here.
One competitor that keeps coming up, and she's in the predictions, it was close between like her being third and fourth place is Ashlin.
Hmm.
So,
Yes, Miss
Marnie, do you want to
Ash.
take it from here in regards to how what you think Ashlin's strengths are going into this huge lineup.
I mean, look at the waist. Like, where are the organs? It's crazy. Like, I think she, again, for me, I think she has like a bubbly shape, to be honest, like, especially the glutes from the back. I don't know if we've got any videos there. She last competed, obviously, at the Olympia, but if there's a video there, maybe of her in one of the Texas shows as well. Yeah, that always
Which
comes to
one?
mind for me when I think of Ashlin. Yeah. Um, like, yeah, the waist, man. I think that's probably one of her strong points, to be
Yeah,
honest. If you
sure.
guys would agree.
100%. She's pretty bubbly as well, isn't she? I think
Yeah.
sometimes it's like a fine line of getting it right, but when she
Mhm.
gets it right, it's again, it's just one of those insane physiques to look at. Her glutes are crazy. Look at the density on them. Like they just come out at the screen.
Yeah, just look
No,
at
she's
Steve.
incredible. Yeah, her midsection is just so locked in. I think her and Isa have those like extraterrestrial just
Mm.
waist. So
Definitely. I
yeah,
mean,
and
when I'm looking at all these stuff, we looked at the first four competitors, and is it actually it's actually this people talk about all the categories, like which category is the closest when you're looking at top one to potentially fifth place. And it does seem to be the conversation is going back to bikini. It seems to be that the other categories there are standout one or two competitors. But when we're looking at these physiques, that everyone seems to have their own strengths and yes, their own weaknesses, which other competitors can exploit if they peak perfectly, if they come in. I mean, Lauralie, is this lineup one of the one of the closest lineups that we may have seen in a while for the Arnolds?
I want to say yes just for the hype, but I think just bikini as a whole is always the closest lineup. We're always so close to one another. And the thing is, girls can come up so much improved. Like we have 10 competitors here that equally look as incredible, and we haven't seen them yet. We haven't seen them in 10 weeks. Like that's a long time to make incredible improvement. And that's when you like a dark horse could just come out of the blue, and little that we know if they're just gonna be there. Like all single one of them have been invited. They've sent their invite and they've been accepted. And just that alone should show you how prestigious that the Arnold is and that anything can happen, truly anything. So as much as we have our prediction, which, seem pretty logic, the judges are going to award like the one that looks apart, and I think they're awarding and rewarding the person that fits the category the best. And we have obviously Angelica, that's a champion here competing, which she's been the criteria for a long time, when she was reigning champ. So I'm very interesting to see what they're doing from the Olympia to now, but more so the Arnold being just a show apart from every show as well.
I mean, we all would love that fairy tale ending for Angelica to
Yeah.
win the Arnold Classic. What, how do you actually rate her chances when we look at the new competitors coming through? Obviously, we looked at the other ones who've placed in the top five at last year's Olympia. We looked at those top three. What what are Angelica's chances in actually giving us that fairy tale ending that we would all love to see?
So I think Angelica, I've seen the show that she did after the Olympia, that was the Atlantic, and her poses with her feedback about like opening her lats a little bit more. Um, when we're talking about Angelica, we are talking about the OG, like the veteran, like Janet Leigh, India Polino, like kind of like the OGs that we had passing the sport. So she was, apart from this lineup. Now, like you said, it's a new lineup, it's a new era we're seeing right now. Like there's no Ashley on stage this weekend, there's no Maureen, there's no Isa, so Angelica is holding the title of the OG and the veteran here. So her chances are, to me, obviously equal to everybody else. But yeah, that's the show that she was. I mean, she looks incredible.
The
I
thing
just
is,
think, when you have, go ahead, Carrie.
I was going to say, the thing is, the fire she must have for this being her last.
Yeah.
Expect that we're going to see all of what her feedback was is going to be as it should be displayed. So again, you can't rule her out. You just cannot. You can't rule anyone out. You can't.
I think as well, obviously, when she did like her comeback after having babies and stuff, maybe she needed like a few more shows back on stage to get like, get the momentum back. Not that she lost it, but you know what I mean? Like, obviously, it takes time for your body to like bounce back from things, and she did very quickly, but as we all know in this game, it's like the really, really small 1% refinements. So who knows? Like it could happen. It could happen. Like
We've talked about dark. Sorry, Kerry.
Everyone would love it.
We talked about dark horses then. Like who are the dark horses where maybe they don't get they'll challenge for the first spot, but they could break into the top three or top five, and they've not been in the conversation. I mean, who are those ones that really they are the dark horses? They're the ones that could, cause some problems.
I'm just looking at the list now.
You girls want to go ahead? Yeah, I'm pulling up
I was
the
going to
list
say,
too.
I
Ariana.
had I had Maria Acosta in my top five because wow, when she walked out at the Olympia, my jaw hit the floor watching the live stream. I was like, first call out straight away. Like the overall look was just polished, like the beauty, the physique, everything. Like, I mean, look at that. Amazing. So I actually have her as I think she's going to do very well. If she brings a look like this, I could see her, yeah, doing well.
Who are you gonna say,
Yeah,
Kerry?
that's like a perfectly peaked physique.
What did you say?
She looks incredible.
Suki, what did you say?
Or did you have somebody in mind?
Um, I'm just looking at her actually. I again, I agree with what Marnie's just said. I reckon if she comes in a little bit tighter from the back, and brings this same look, I think that again, yeah, someone that could be right up there. Um, Ariana,
Her brothers,
I
yeah.
was about to bring her up as well. So
and then there's Tamikia. There's there's loads.
Everyone.
Jordan,
Yeah, yeah.
Jordan Bennett, yeah.
Bryan.
I think this girl's stunning.
I know. Like, wow.
How far out was this? 5 days out.
5 days out, yes. So this was only posted yesterday.
Mm.
Look at the bubble.
I'm looking at. And arguably this lighting like isn't the best lighting either, is it?
It
So
looks to me like
that's
she might
even
wear
better.
a different bikini color because they've used a black and white filter on the suit. So maybe she's going to bring a different, because she usually wears red. So I wonder, because I think that's the other thing to consider as well. Like, obviously, the pros like you, Lauralie, like you've got your signature look, and like sometimes if an athlete changes that up, that could change the result as well. Like these things do really play a role in just how everything flows, like from head to toe. So I wonder if she'll wear red or something different, judging
I'm
by
gonna
that.
go with something different, judging by that.
Yeah,
What?
Mm,
that would be cool. I love it when someone, re rethink their whole entire package that they're going to bring to the stage, and sometimes it brings a different aura. So we'll see. Speaking of lighting, because I think lighting is such an important aspect of the sport. The expo at the Arnold, that's prejudging lighting, and then the nighttime show is on the main stage. So those two things competitors always needs to consider because it does make such a difference on the physique. So normally expo stage, you want to have a little bit of a sharper physique just because it's mostly natural light and it's a big expo light. Whereas the show nighttime, normally the girls tends to look a lot more like hard and lean and shredded because it's the nighttime show and the lighting hits different. although the lighting is made by Gilco Mitch, and you know how great, he's fantastic at what he does. So I know he's always very considerate about making the athletes look just spot on. So they have that on their side for the Arnold. I know that.
Which leaves us really is for the top five or top three predictions. Lauralie, I know you said you got your top three. Is that something you're keeping to yourself?
You know what? So as a competitor, okay, I just remember I used to watch all of the prediction and I knew what it made to my mindset. So what I'm gonna say is that every single girl on there looks incredible. The work is done. Now it's just for them to relax, take it easy. If you're watching this, get out, watch it after. It doesn't matter. Um, I just I just want them to have the best time and just enjoy every second because the Arnold is honestly so great and so much fun. And we're just 10 girls. So I know they're going to be backstage having the time of their life. And we will see what's going to happen. But I know every single one of them are going to put on a show. And I can only imagine the pressure that everyone is feeling when a show like that is just wide open. So I'm wishing everyone just good luck and joy. And we'll see what happens. I can't wait. So
Kerry, have you worked out your top
If I'm
three?
completely honest, no. If I'm completely honest, no. I just think it is so wide open, and I'm in agreement with Lauralie, and I think that's why I was unable to give you one because I just find it really hard because the standard is high and it's apples and oranges. I just don't know. I just don't know. There's a few people that I've obviously said they're in the mix, but I can't give you a solid answer, so I apologize.
Marnie, I know you always said Vanya. I'm gonna say this. I love Disney. I love my fairy tale endings. So for
Oh,
me, I love to see people go out on top. Angelica lift that trophy.
wait, Suki, I love this. I love this because I said that for the longest time when people were just looking at me like, stop. I was like, listen, I would love, yeah, I'm with you. I stand by you. I
I
stand
know,
by you.
there we go.
We love
I do
fairy
like,
tale.
so many times when people the results are kind of like, already foregone, people already know the top two, top three, and I love the idea of Angelica, all those years of competing, family, friends. Oh, what a way to leave. I mean, well, yeah,
Honestly.
on the content purposes, it's great for me, but yeah, that's me
The
self
thing
being
is,
selfish.
though,
I,
every the I think everyone would want everyone even competing would want to see that.
Oh,
yeah.
mass celebration.
It'd be amazing. Yeah. Like the pictures that would come from that will be because everyone will know like how special that moment is. And it will mean a lot to everyone, I think, because we've all followed her journey the whole time. And I just think, yeah, that would be amazing. That would be amazing.
That would be like a full circle for her because obviously when we did our interview, she did say like that's why she chose the Arnold as the last show because that was like the show that made her career.
Yeah.
So, oh, it
Right.
would be
Marnie,
iconic.
who is yours? Marnie, who's your prediction? Because you're the only one that's
Oh,
got
I'm reading it now. I'm reading it now and I'm like, maybe I need to change it again. But I'll just share. So I've got for my top five, I have Vanya winning the title, Amy in second, Maria in third, Ariana Brothers in fourth, and Jazzy in fifth. Obviously, you could throw those names in a different order and everyone would nod their heads and be like, yeah. But yeah, those are my, so I guess my top three, I know Amy's in there, but it's a little bit different to perhaps what some of the other pros
Yeah.
have said.
yeah,
Um,
interesting.
Which is the
Who's
yeah,
amazing thing about bodybuilding. It's all subjective. We all have our favorites.
that just
Me
goes
and
to show.
Vanya, so lovely girl, such a great person, very inspirational story. So that's the beauty of predictions. It's a good way to have a little fun with it, but at the same time, we echo exactly what Lauralie said. It's all about enjoying the moment, wishing everybody the absolute best. May the best person win, and more importantly, like Lauralie said, everyone having a great time and taking something from it.
yes,
yeah,
no,
good
they
luck,
all look so
guys.
incredible.
Well, look, that is a wrap for the Arnold special. I can't wait to next week's one where we look at the actual results and see whose predictions were right or was close. But apart from that, I mean, Laura Lee, Have a great weekend at the Arnold's.
And can I just say that we need to get Lauralie back on here just so we
Yeah.
can question her because she's the queen.
Totally. I would love to get back on here, you guys. Thank you so much for having me. And again, everyone, good luck to everyone competing at the Arnold. And I can't wait to see what's happening. So, you know, in
Enjoy.
a couple hours from now.
Yes. Have the best
Well, you guys,
time.
that's a wrap.